to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And now,
So a very special reception for the very special Franck Ribéry.
Very true, and I think all of us here are expecting an awful lot from him. He is, as far as I'm concerned, one of the very best in his preferred left-wing position. He said himself that that's where he feels most free.
Yes, that's what gives him the freedom to make use of his pace, his movement, and his ability to shoot from a fair way out.
Correct.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Saka, while facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Rijkaard. And it's Jimenez. And here's Saka. It's a pretty loose pass. Emerson. And it's Paquetá. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. Played out to the right.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Ribéry. Stojkovic. He's played it long. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ribéry. And this is it's Van Basten! Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Walker-Peters. Now it's Lucas Paqueta. He's on it, can he get away? Now the ball in. Donnarumma claims it, and the danger passes. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Bowen. Ward-Prowse. Looking for options for movement. Bowen gets big header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Now that looks a decent ball. Ribéry. That's very neat. Now it's Saka. West Ham were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Van Basten. That's an excellent interception. It's not an especially good pass, that. Bout of passing here, really. Real chance! Same again, same outcome.
Arsenal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And we have our very first corner. Stojkovic plays it short. Big chance! Goal! Arsenal! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And he's managed to get free. Saka. Stojkovic. Saka. And this shoots! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He's got away. And he's been shifted off it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Saka. Wriggles his way through. He has found the way through. That is lovely. Souček. Arsenal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Kilman. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Stojkovic! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, that's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. And this is Van Basten. And it's made shapes to shoot! He's keen, determined to have his say. Arsenal have their third corner. Stojkovic with the short one. Takes a shot!
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's quick to get it clear again. Ward-Prowse. And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Arsenal merit their advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
Arsenal having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Arsenal
He rises! Now, who's going to be first to this? Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
And now they can spring out of defence. Ribéry. And it's Van Basten. Played out to the left flank. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And Jimenez. Now it's Saka. Now it's our chance! It's in for the pieces! No mistake! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up. That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Van Basten. Saka picks it up out wide. Emerson. Mavropanos gets over and intercepts. Lucas Paqueta.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Hazard. And he was alert to it. And he's gone looking for safety. Ward-Prowse. Kilman. Emerson. And it's Ward-Prowse. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Emerson has it in a wide position. Climbs up big! That's a smartly directed ball. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Great ball, and he's in here. Bowen!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Jimenez. Stojkovic. Now it's Van Basten. Not the most accurate pass. Bowen. West Ham are looking to break at pace. Walker-Peters. West Ham finding their passes.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Out towards the flank. An instinctive delivery. Saka. It'll be a throw-in. West Ham choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into
Substitutions
question
taking
then,
place.
but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 4, Ribery. Number 7, Stojkovic.
And it's
Coming on the
Emerson.
field,
Pressure
number
coming in
9,
from all directions.
Royce.
Gets himself
Number
into
8,
trouble and he's lost it.
Ødegaard.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's nice.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Royce. This looks promising. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Bowen. And here's Hazard. And this is Royce. Oh, well played, well played. 5 minutes left on the clock. And it's Royce. Ødegaard! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Mavropanos. Hazard. Decent chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. And it has to be said, an absolute gift.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through. Can he finish? He scores! And that takes him up to 30. 30 goals for this side. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Number 18.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Eden Hazard.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Emerson. Odegaard. Saka. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's intervened well there. There will be 4 extra minutes. And that's it. Well, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Azar claiming the Man of the Match award.